What if I told you that the workout you're doing right now, the one you think is making you stronger and healthier, might actually be destroying your testosterone levels? Yeah, you heard that right. There's a massive mistake that millions of men make every single day in the gym, and it's quietly sapping your hormone production, your muscle gains, and even your energy levels. Stick around, because what I'm about to reveal might completely change how you approach fitness. Welcome back to BioWell Hub, where we break down the science of optimal health and performance. I'm going to expose the #1 workout mistake that's been crushing male hormones, and chances are you've been doing it without even realizing the damage. This isn't about some obscure exercise or fancy technique. This is about a fundamental error that has become so normalized in fitness culture that most guys do question it, but your body is paying the price. So what is this hormone-killing mistake? It's chronic overtraining, specifically doing excessive amounts of high-intensity cardio and long-duration workouts without proper recovery. Now, before you click away thinking this doesn't apply to you, hear me out. This isn't just about guys who spend 3 hours in the gym every day. This affects the average man who thinks more is always better, who pushes through fatigue because they believe that's what dedication looks like. Here's what's actually happening inside your body. When you exercise intensely for extended periods, especially beyond that 60 to 75-minute mark, your body starts producing elevated levels of cortisol. Now, cortisol isn't inherently bad. It's your stress hormone, and you need it for survival. But here's the critical part. Cortisol and testosterone have an inverse relationship. When cortisol goes up and stays elevated, chronically, testosterone production goes down. It's like a hormonal seesaw, and right now, you're stuck on the wrong end. Let me paint you a picture of what this looks like in real life. You wake up early, hit the gym, do an intense 45-minute weight session, then jump on the treadmill for another 45 minutes of cardio because you want to lose that stubborn belly fat. You do this 5, maybe 6 days a week. You're exhausted, but you push through because you think that's what discipline means. Meanwhile, you're noticing that, despite all this effort, your results have plateaued. You're not building muscle like you used to. Your recovery takes longer. You feel tired all the time. Your libido has dropped. These aren't signs of weakness. These are your body's warning signals that something is seriously wrong. The science backs this up completely. Multiple studies have shown that prolonged endurance exercise and insufficient recovery lead to a sustained increase in cortisol levels while simultaneously suppressing the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis. That's the system responsible for testosterone production. One landmark study found that men who engaged in excessive endurance training had testosterone levels comparable to sedentary men, despite being far more physically active. Think about that for a moment. All that effort, and your hormones look like someone who doesn't exercise at all. But it gets worse. When you combine this overtraining with inadequate sleep, poor nutrition, and chronic life stress, you're creating the perfect storm for hormonal disaster. Your body can't differentiate between the stress of an intense workout, the stress of a demanding job, or the stress of relationship problems. It just knows it's under attack, so it keeps pumping out cortisol and suppressing testosterone as a survival mechanism. Now, you might be wondering, does this mean you should stop working out? Absolutely not. Exercise is one of the most powerful tools for optimizing testosterone, but only when done correctly. The key is understanding the difference between productive training and destructive overtraining. Productive training involves intelligent programming with adequate recovery, shorter but more intense strength sessions, strategic use of compound movements, and proper rest between workouts. Your body builds muscle and produces hormones during recovery, not during the workout itself. So what should you do instead? Focus on resistance training sessions that last between 45 to 60 minutes max. Prioritize heavy compound movements like squats, deadlifts, and presses that stimulate maximum testosterone response. Limit your high-intensity cardio to 2 or 3 sessions per week, keeping them short and explosive rather than long and grinding. Most importantly, treat recovery as seriously as you treat training. That means getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep, managing your overall stress levels, and giving yourself at least 1 full rest day per week, preferably 2. Your testosterone levels depend on your body feeling safe and resourced, not constantly under siege. When you respect your body's limits and train smart instead of just training hard, you'll actually see better results. More muscle, more energy, better mood, improve performance in every area of life. If this video opened your eyes to what might be holding back your gains and your hormones, do me a favor and hit that like button. Subscribe to BioWell Hub for more science-backed health content that actually works. Drop a comment below telling me how many days a week you're currently training. Let's start a conversation about smarter, more effective fitness. Remember, it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. I'll see you in the next one.